Hello everyone. Wait, I never say that. Sorry, I'll do over. Hello internet. Welcome to another episode of Chai and Chill. And today Binati is back. If you don't know who Binati is a ghostwriter and active member of the LinkedIn content creator community. She is a translator and she's also an editor. But we are going to explore something completely different today. Binati also happens to be extremely into gardening. It's her hobby, which she also turned into a side hustle or a part-time side hustle.
Yeah, pretty
So
much.
what we thought we'd do for this particular episode, which by the way is the first episode of season 4. So welcome us back again. We would
Yes.
talk about how she got into gardening. So let's start there.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Binati. I like to do gardening because it's a nice hobby. You should always give back to the environment what you take from it. And uh, I live in a house. Chances are it was built on something that formerly used to have plants and stuff. So, you cannot say, मैं कुछ नहीं लिया environment से. No, you definitely did if you live in a property. So there's that. So that is why we garden also because we live on the banks of River Narmada. So water shortage is not a problem, right? So uh, if you live in a place like Rajasthan where water is definitely a problem and you decide मैं एरिका पाम लगाएगा जो भर भर के पानी पीता है, then it gardening won't work out for you because the environment and the nature around you doesn't support you. Like if you look across the plantstagram or plants of Instagram hashtag, people show a lot of photos of dead plants where cactus is wobbly because people usko ऐसे पानी पिला रहे हैं, right? And then you have money plants that are just drying out because people are not watering it. Because this plant just grows on its own, stuff like that. So yeah, you have to pick the plants in your region and you have to uh, water them, feed them, take care of them accordingly. So ये सब करते करते you keep learning stuff. The more plants you get, the more plants you kill. you, you learn stuff.
Okay. And since we dived right into the conversation, we completely forgot about our bit, which is my storyteller cup is back.
I have
a story for
elephant.
this cup.
No story. I went to Miniso and there was a llama, there was an elephant, there was a lion, and I was like, no, I want elephant. So I bought elephant.
So, okay, we spoke about the region. You should be, be aware of the region that you have. I mean, region that you live in order to get the plants that would thrive in that environment. And the
Yeah.
other thing is, I see all these very cute reels. The cup actually reminded me. Sometimes you use these cups and make them into little potted plants.
Right. Yeah. So basically, plants, ceramics basically are difficult to drill holes into. Otherwise, it will shatter entirely. If it is an earthen pot, you can scratch a hole and no issues. With a ceramic, you need like special drill bits and things like that, which I don't have. So what I do is I try to create artificial bedrock, right? So put big rocks, then smaller rocks at the bottom. So roots will have space to go into and root rot won't happen. Basically, that's why we need the little hole at the bottom of the pot. You want your plants to, the roots from the plants to have some breathing room. Otherwise, root rot sets in. So, with ceramic cups and things that break, instead of just throwing them away, because there's nothing else you could do, you throw them away and it's not recyclable. वो उसको pulverize करके, they throw it away, right? And because it is glazed pots, it is a recycled waste. So might as well turn it into like little small propagation centers or decorative plants in your house, or something of that sort. Just create like an artificial bedrock. बड़ा बड़ा पत्थर फिर ऊपर छोटा छोटा पत्थर, then soil mix, and then your plant. So that way you can reuse, recycle, and also save money for pot. Why to spend money when already stuff is there in the house? So yeah,
So
that's how.
yeah. So for someone who doesn't know anything about gardening, and the only
Mm,
time that I was gifted a plant, it
mm.
died within the first 3 days because one, plants don't really come with instruction manuals. Like, how do I take care of it?
Do you remember what plant it was?
I don't. I was told by the person I bought it from because Bombay has these thelas. I am not sure. I've not been to Gujarat ever, so I don't know. But Bombay has these very cute little thelas filled with plants, and you can buy them. And the guy told me even an idiot could take care of that plant. So,
Right. Okay, no worries. So with plants, you have to, I think, as I said, to reiterate something I've said, you have to buy local because if you buy, say, for example, a succulent in Mumbai, I'm not saying succulents won't survive in Mumbai. They definitely would. They're very hardy plants, but they thrive in hot, dry climates because they, by nature, they are water retentive. Now,
hmm.
Mumbai air has so much moisture, right? Abhi, it's going to like at some point the plant will be like, oh my god, कितना पानी है, मैं क्या करूं? You know? So it's I don't think it would die if you take care of it, but then I don't think the plant would be happy either because you have it out of its indigenous climate and also because you are a new plant owner, right? So you are thinking I have to give it water. So you're also giving it water plus atmospheric moisture. The plant is going to be in so much trauma, and then one fine day all of its leaves are going to become very very soft and just drop off, and you'll be like, oh my god, what happened? It was healthy just yesterday. No, it looked healthy yesterday. So that is what happens. I think sticking to local flora and fauna is most important. I understand that it doesn't meet the aesthetic goals people have in mind, but ultimately, if you genuinely want to do gardening and things like that from a right place, with the right intentions and all of that, you have to approach it with the way that it should be approached, right? Which is uh, be mindful of the environment. Also, there's this thing where non-local flora and fauna, unconsciously, if you bring in an invasive species, right? Chances are you are creating a problem for your environment also, right?
Hmm.
So there are lots of things to consider, and local is best. And uh, nurseries, I don't know why. You go to a nursery and tell them मेरे को local plants दिखाओ. They are like, नहीं नहीं ये मस्त वाला यहाँ से आया है वहां से क्यों? I want to buy local plants. Give me plants. So yeah, don't just go for the look and I'll tell you about the look thing. A lot of times nurseries take this greenish color that comes in. They wash the display plants in that color, right? So you think you are buying a green healthy plant, chances are no, you are buying a colored plant. Then those cactus with the color tops, right?
Hmm.
Cactus, and then there's a yellow, red, purple, very beautiful. See, that is also awful as a plant because what they do is they cut off the top of the original cactus, which is green,
Oh
and
no.
then they graft the color bit on top. And obviously, within a few months, that thing is going to die off because it is grafted very quickly and very inefficiently, right? So, a lot of these plants that you buy with the best of intentions, unfortunately, sometimes turn into disasters. और उसमें होता क्या है, by no fault of your own, you think you kill plants, but that isn't the case. The nursery kind of misled you into buying the plant that was absolutely not right for you. So this is where, you can look up online uh, crops indigenous to, put your or flora and fauna indigenous to, and put your region. Say you are in Maharashtra, so put Maharashtra. I'm in Gujarat, so I'll put Gujarat. So this way you can at least have a basic list of what plants you can invest in without worrying about you killing it. Because see, plants are very difficult to kill. They only die if you have made one of three mistakes. Mistake number one is you have not given it proper ventilation, right? वो hole नहीं है या rocks नहीं है, and the soil you have taken is very compact. So it will go around the roots and like just do this. So roots will obviously, not be able to breathe. So that is mistake number one. Mistake number two is watering. You either give it too much water or you don't give it water at all. And mistake number three is over nutritioning, right? So some people will, उनको बोला है कि NPK डालो या CAMG डालो, तो ऐसे मुट्ठी भर के डाल देंगे. But you have to do 3-4 crystal. So these are the only three things which could cause intentional harm to plants. Otherwise, the maximum thing the plant will do is ऐसे थोड़े टाइम के लिए ऐसे हो जाएगा वो, and then the moment you improve your care, it will go back to this. So yeah, just have a list of indigenous plants and you'll be good to go.
Okay, but that was extremely informative, and I'm pretty sure people will appreciate it because people also go crazy. Abhi, there is plant gardening has become such a hobby right now. I think especially COVID ke time pe, I could be wrong, but when people were adopting pets, they also adopted a lot of plants, and there's like an overload of information. So this really helps. The other thing for me personally would be I also need to get plants that my cats are not allergic to. So that's something that was a whole new world that opened up to me. Because my younger cat, he kept getting this eye was constantly watering and we couldn't figure out what it was. Took him to the vet and she said he's either allergic to dust or to pollen. Then I find out that we
Right.
share a common wall of the balcony, and whatever plant my neighbor has put in her garden, this cat poor thing is allergic to it.
Ah, I see. No, so yesterday I was watching like this Rachel and June video, okay? They have like 4 cats, and they're very like they mostly they live in Japan, so all the plant names they have is are Japanese.
Hmm.
So they had like a momiji tree, and one of their cat Poki completely ate that plant. They had put it on the sekan for decoration, on the bench thing for decoration, and the cat immediately came and started num 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 num, ate the full plant, right? So uh, they are both very conscious cat parents just like you. So all of their plants were cat friendly, but a lot of people are not aware of this actually, and then many times what ends up happening is their pets get because cats have been known to eat grass and things like that when their digestion
Yep.
and all of this goes bad, right? Even lions do it,
Yeah.
which is
So
like
back in Calcutta, we actually have grass whose it's planted because the cats need. I have indoor cats back in Calcutta, so they can't go out to get it. So my mom used to get them grass, which sounds so wrong, but it's actual grass, nothing else, no innuendos.
yeah. Oh yes, I just got it. Yeah, so sometimes what happens is uh, many people have experienced like their pets get some kind of poisoning because all plants have internal enzymes, right? Especially the milky plants, the ones that have, if you pluck a leaf or a stem, like whitish liquid or sap comes out. Those plants are, I think, almost always very bad for pets because that sap's primary job is to keep people is to keep animals and rodents and stuff like that to stop harming the plant, right? So if your cat or if your dog or if your rabbit or whatever it is has gone into these type of crops, chances are they'll have like some kind of an uh, astringent wala, matlab, lot of liquid is going to be pulled from inside their body. So your pet probably will be, chances are, dehydrated because of this. And you won't really know, right? Because it is drinking normal quantities of water. And then suddenly one day the pet has become very sick. So these are factors that a lot of people, thanks to social media, are now aware of. But yeah, once upon a time that wasn't the case, and people just couldn't figure out कि इसको हो क्या रहा है, इसको हो क्या रहा है, why is it? The thing is, a lot of indoor plants are not good for pets at all. So yeah, you have to be very careful of what plants you bring pets next to.